and welcome to Roll for Bluff, our talk show where we discuss the events of our ongoing campaign, Bards and Noble. I am your host, Sam. I play Chet, the Cowboy Wizard. To my right, we have Tristan, who plays Soren, the Goliath Barbarian. And to my left, we have Brandon, who plays our Dungeon Master and all of the bad guys and all of the NPCs and everything else in the world, and the whole world is his. These two will be joining me tonight as my co-hosts as well as my sea monkeys. Yay! And tonight's episode, Killing the Kraken.
Dun, dun, dun.
By the way, can I just say, like, Cowboy Wizard just reminds me, it's like some weird offshoot of, like, Cowboys from Hell by Pantera.
Well, my first thought was Pinball Wizard. He's a cowboy wizard. That's insane, too. Sure plays a mean cowbell.
Cut!
Okay.
Aside, when we last left off,
our team had just narrowly escaped possession by some force, some dark, inky force of the depths, and had found through the hidden room that Mayor Mayfire led them to, in the lighthouse. And that is where they had their respite after the insanity of last time, of all the different bad things that happened. Choices were made. Choices didn't go so well. So this session started with making a game plan. It's 8 hours later, so it's early morning because they went to bed actually pretty early in the evening for once. Yeah. So you guys formulated your plan. Because Liren was like, hey guys, the boat's up top.
Yeah. So the plan basically came down to Miranda disguised herself because outside of the secret room, we noticed there was some more barnacle people.
Yay.
Technical term, barnacle people. So she snuck past them after passing herself off as one of their own with
she was
a
halfway
wonderful
there.
performance.
Yes. Yeah, it should be known. Yeah, she woke up and found herself almost halfway covered.
So she went up, managed to get up onto the ship to find Liren was mostly covered in barnacles. Right before this happened, though, Solomon was like, "Oh, hey guys, I just remembered I have this thing that I can remove a curse." To which
it hasn't really. Well, to be fair, his sect of clerics of Palor, curses for the Twilight Domain, they don't really happen. So it's a thing that they are taught for the sake of it. So it's not really a prime thing that they do a lot.
Well, it also would have had to also rely on the fact that he would have had it prepared as well.
We had to spend time being like, all right, do I know it? Yes, let's get it ready. So,
so he
it's morning.
He basically removed the curse from the mayor. Mm-hmm. And when that happened, some weird little inky creature crawled up from the guy's throat, and of course you smashed it. I firebolted it until it was destroyed.
You missed.
I was playing
Whack-A-Mole.
Acid
Firebolt.
Yeah.
So it was just like Whack-A-Mole. It was like miss, just magic.
And when that happened, it sort of broke the connection on the curse between me, Morena, and Solomon. So then Morena went to go find Liren. Liren was mostly covered in barnacles. She didn't look like she was getting any respite. And then after she got up there, Solomon, Soren, and Chet decided they were going to have Solomon go out.
Because he could turn invisible.
And after some barely passable stealth
You're
checks.
so lucky that those things are not very smart.
Well, because there was also the question of could they see? Because they didn't have like noticeable eyes until one got really close to Solomon.
There's other things they could have had like blind sense or sonar.
Well, right. No, and
like
I know that. I'm just
in the
saying,
water
like,
they do.
Yeah. Well, with them being in first observation, we couldn't even tell if it was they were blind or whatever.
How they existed, what were they doing.
So when he got close to one of them and he saw that there were like eye slits within each of the barnacles, it was like, okay, so they can see.
So now that you killed them and hopefully you won't see those again. They have in water, they have tremor sense. So when you vibrate the water, that's how they were able to see you.
Gotcha.
So the tremor sense in the water. On land, not so much. So they have a very low perception on land because they have rudimentary eye slits.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So, yeah, they're just tanks.
Here's a question. When we saw them both with Solomon and Morena, they were looking for something. Were they looking for the mayor?
Yes.
Okay.
They're just bad.
Yeah.
They can't find a secret door.
So
but they don't know that.
Solomon barely snuck past them, managed to get up to the ship, went up there with Morena and Liren. removed the curse on Lyran, and then...
What happened to Lyran, huh?
So when he had cured the curse from the mayor, did he rip the scabs or did the mayor?
They fell off.
They fell off.
But they peeled off layers of his skin.
Solomon ripped off his own.
Right.
Well, that's what it was. With the 3 that were affected first of him could connect to him, the barnacles stayed.
Right. We didn't remove them. Solomon ripped off his own.
Because his was not too bad. Chet was like, I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, Chet was like, I'm not going to worry about it. Lyran's, when they fell off, since it was around most of her body, her skin had basically been ripped away down to the muscle.
Because since she's one with the sea.
Right. She was affected really heavily.
Right.
I love it. It's so fun for me.
Right. So she was temporarily incapacitated. Solomon managed to use create or destroy water to sort of make like a water band-aid.
Pretty much. Only worked because she was a Ganassi and, everything aligned. It didn't heal her at all. It just stopped her muscles from being exposed.
Right. Gotcha. And stopped the bleeding.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about that, just from a DM perspective, because I know that's one of those fine lines that's like, well, if you can use it to do that, then you should be able to use it to do, like, X, Y, Z.
That's why I didn't have it heal her.
Yeah, I was like...
It didn't do anything other than stabilize her muscles, so they wouldn't, couldn't be infected. It was pretty much doing a magical bandage.
Okay. So here's a question. Would it, and this isn't to question, his decision as a player, because it could have gone either way. Would it have been better for him to cast a healing spell? Or was that probably a good option?
Depending on the amount healed.
Okay.
Yes.
So this was a good stabilization option. That if he would want to make sure that he casted like if he did like what is it, the one that's an area
like healing word or
something that would take time.
Yeah, or whatever.
Higher level cure wounds would have kind of worked.
Yeah.
Right. I'm thinking of what's this one that Bilal would do all the time, where it was like there was the entity that would be stuck in your healing spirit. That's what I'm thinking of.
That would have worked more.
Yeah.
It was just sort of racked up.
Right, and that was my thought.
Yeah. So, it worked for the time being. And Solomon and Morena took Lyran down to the bed because she was passed out. They didn't want to be on deck. And they heard on the ship
creepy monster
waiting. And they were like, kill it. First attack. Does a 17 hit? No. The entire table. What do you mean?
They're covered in barnacles. Of course it's not going to hit.
It's like a turtle.
So eventually a 19 hit. Kill. He only have 25 health. Super slow. Big damage. It didn't hit anybody.
Right.
But it would have done 2d12.
Right.
In grapple.
It was
a giant pin.
Yeah.
So I would have done that, and then
so Solomon hit it and cracked open like its back shell area,
and
then he was like, "Radiant inside,"
killed it. The barnacles fell away, and the muscular structure of a humanoid was on the inside.
Yeah.
So, you guys waited outside for Solomon to bring you the boat.
Basically,
yes.
Yeah.
So
we wanted to meet him down there.
Mayfire, you wait here, and he was like, "I'm not going anywhere."
Yeah.
And then Chet jumped up on Soren's back, and Soren leapt into the air. The majestic Sornicorn strikes again.
So, landed up on the boat, then you guys looked out onto the water, and you saw the Kraken was eating people. The crustaceans were making other people. So what they were doing is they were making more.
Right.
Yeah, I kind
of. What they were doing was
they
were implanting and making
a barnacle essentially to spread,
and then making more. So yay! And the Kraken was eating people.
As a Kraken does.
He's like nom nom nom, tasty people snacks. Yay!
A few people got flung.
Yay! I know what that's like.
So you guys, now DM side note, you guys, had time. You guys could have done a few things like, let's see if we can see where Brother and Miss Turi are. No one bothered to do a perception check.
No.
So they were on the dock, away from the Kraken, doing.
That's
their
what
own
I was
thing.
originally going to try, because that's why at one point I had somebody I'm worried about Miss Turi and Brothers here, and I know we got sidetracked. I think
no one.
And I think that was what I was originally trying to get to. It was like maybe we should look for them. I was like, oh wait, no, there's a Kraken. That's kind of important too.
So then, take her down. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. So we kind of got into this brief argument where Chris was like, "Let's try to ram the ship into the Kraken." And everybody else is like, "No, let's not."
Let's do it.
Whereas
Let's not.
Chet
Let's
was
do
like,
it.
"Let's have us spellcasters with our big damage spells try to hit the Kraken from the ship."
So
And we didn't hear any other options besides that. So
if you would have rammed it, I would have rolled the percentile, 100-sided die, and it would have been different ranges, 25% each. If nothing happens, portal to a random dimension opens up through all the sheer elemental energy force. Tiny magic bomb, big magic bomb.
okay,
So, yeah, there would have been a chance that you would have
had bad things happen.
have just ripped a hole in space-time
Yeah.
for a little bit. And, boy, howdy, knowing your luck, you would have been thrown into the 9 hells, and the fox would have been like, what are you doing here?
I'm like, "Hey, we're back!"
And
my
he turns to the
friend."
corner and goes,
Yangu Sensor would be like, they're here. You just hear a roar in the distance and like, well, guys, it's been fun.
Lilith
The
shows up.
Kraken's there like, oh my god, what the hell? So
Just
That would've been
everything.
great.
I would have rolled for the minor bomb, I would have rolled 10d12. For the big bomb, I would have rolled 15d12. Just
Yes.
of
Bunch of
pure
D12.
just force damage.
Could you imagine if you just minned on the big one? It was just like, it takes 15 points of damage.
You know how sad. Well, that would be on top of the bludgeoning damage of getting hit with a boat.
Yeah.
Right.
But still.
Yeah.
Like, it could have survived.
Oh, it definitely would have.
Yeah.
Had a couple of hundred hit points.
Yeah.
It would have been like... Everyone then just on land would have been like picking up pieces of the boat. Get that out of here.
Take that.
So they noticed as they went down that, the inky black water and, all this stuff was happening. And as soon as they, he threw a fireball,
Yeah.
which it hit Saul and was like, under the water. The hell are you doing? It called a storm. And that was going on. So, and you guys were 100 feet up in the air, just chilling with your boat. It's a good thing you brought it down.
Yeah.
Turn order happens. Mystery rolls a natural 20. Mystery goes first.
Lightning.
Lightning bolt piercing a hole in the bottom of your boat?
Yep.
Because it can't make a deck save.
It's
You
a
guys
boat.
couldn't see where Mystery was, so there's no way that Solomon could have been like, reaction, hiya! Nope. Bzoosh. Great start. You guys are like, how much health does the boat have? I'll let you know when it falls.
Yeah, well.
That's key for bring it down, please.
I mean, in my defense, when I made that suggestion to do this, I had half expected Morena to use her big boy spells too.
It didn't happen.
She did not.
So, yeah, combat happened, and everyone was like, oh, this is nothing bad. We can handle this. Lightning bolt. Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
It was really funny because Mystery went first and Brother went last, so they got to bump up.
Right, back to back. I mean, I felt like the way that initiative worked out pretty well, though.
Yeah.
Because it was
Yeah.
Mystery, Chet, Soren, Kraken.
It was a nice mix.
Yeah, it was a nice blend. Sometimes with us, it feels like it's a little skewed, but...
You were like, everyone goes, and then the bad guys all go, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone have reactions? No? Okay.
Yeah.
So combat, kind of, there are phases. There was the one turn in the air. Immediately Solomon uses action to land. Then the Kraken, was like, what's up, guys? And just started whacking at people.
Yeah, because we didn't move further away to land or anything. We just landed straight
Yep.
down. Which,
Yeah.
in hindsight, I was like, probably should have moved a little bit more.
But you didn't. It's fine. I mean, it kind of worked out. So pretty much the phases were land. Everyone does AOE effects to try and deal as much damage and try and stop this Kraken. Mystery is just flinging spells. Counterspelled your haste.
Yes.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
That's all right. I counterspelled that guy's Call Lightning, so...
Yeah. So
fair enough.
Brother shows up and goes, level 8 call lightning in a storm.
And Chet's like, nah.
He is a storm. Yeah, you're lucky you rolled. Yeah. He's a tempest cleric which means anybody would have hit would have minned 40 damage, maxed 80. Would have taken down 2 of you instantaneously.
Yeah.
We've taken down multiple because I think Solomon is around 70.
Yeah, so if he would have maxed, it would have taken down 3 of you, and then combat would have been over.
Yeah.
You guys would have been done.
Yeah.
So good thing you had that.
Yep.
No.
And that was like that was a pretty low level counterspell too.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all you need until higher level stuff starts happening. You're going to be like, oh, stop it!
Right.
So after the counter spells and everything, you guys landed. Kraken kind of eventually picked up Chet. After Chet Misty stepped away from being grappled, the Kraken was
He's like, get back here, toy.
The Kraken was like, no, I know what you are. I can tell you're going to cast spells at me. It was taking constant damage. It was taking half damage on all this, but constant damage. You guys, after, the Kraken ran away, was like, Mystery, get out of here. Which, as Mystery fell, she was the link for the Kraken to put its curse onto things.
Right.
Gotcha.
So, the curse was still evident because the Kraken didn't have a host. So if he would have just, been able to infect one of you.
It was enough on the plane to have an effect.
And I think after we did that, that's where things definitely shifted in our favor.
Yeah,
because
after
that took out a good number of people.
If Mystery would have been able to, get a turn off and wasn't restrained, she was going to eye blight, and she was going to be able to turn multiple turns you guys unconscious. Just you asleep by looking at you. So then the Kraken would have been like, and halt, and halt. Like, there's synergy there. You guys just fortuitously stopped it. Yeah. So you separated yourself, and the Kraken was like, get back here, and then went into the water.
Yeah.
Because that's its favorite place for you to be.
Right. Yeah, I did not want to be in the water.
So a lot of damage being done. Dawn was happening.
A couple of criticals for Javelin.
Yeah.
Lucky criticals.
Yeah.
Fun fact, it's immune to lightning.
I had a feeling it was going to be like... Once it started doing lightning tech, I was like, okay, yeah, I call lightning.
Because it also did lightning on the boat.
Yeah.
And then whenever Brother was able to do a call lightning on the boat was then ruined. Rest in peace, Cloud Jumper.
It's nice knowing you.
So you tried to run away. You went down first.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is when the battle started to be like, oh my God, are we close? Are we close? Oh, people are going down. Are we close?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we lucked out because once we took Miss Turi down after she got tentacled to death.
The other barnacle people didn't attack.
They couldn't do
anything.
anything.
Right. They fell off because of their connection.
So once she went down, it took out, what, 4?
5.
4 or 5? Yeah.
4 or 5 of them couldn't do anything.
4 barnacles.
So then it was really just the Kraken and Brother.
Yeah.
Yep, which is still a hard fight.
Right.
But Brother was keeping his distance, and he was getting counterspelled. And
well, one thing that didn't really work to our favor though was, part of it was Lyran was injured, so she didn't have movement, and then but Lyran, Solomon, and Morena were all on the ship, so they were all sort of centralized in one location.
That call lightning that happened later, just
yeah.
So you tried to Misty Step and then run away from the Kraken.
Yeah, I figured he was gonna get an opportunity attack, but.
It was your best bet. He's either in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
He shifts over, grabs you.
It was either stay in the water or get on the beach and try to run. Yeah.
So you were grabbed, and then next turn he tried to grab you, but then he just was like, okay, whoop.
Yeah.
And then it was every 3 feet you were thrown. If you hit solid, it was every 10 feet you were thrown. At the 40 feet, it was 12 damage. It was literally what it needed to knock you unconscious.
Exactly.
So they were like ragdoll. Weep.
It was great.
So you went down, and then after the call lightning, the Kraken was like, I got to do what I can to get as many people out of here. So
I think Solomon went down next.
And then
Morena went down.
Because Brother summoned spiritual weapon
Yeah.
and was doing his spells and smacking people.
Yeah.
So it was like smack, because he does a lot of damage. He did it at a higher level.
Oh, I'm sure.
+5, 2d8 +5 every turn.
Yeah.
So smack with a +10 to hit.
Yeah, but I think right before Morena went down, she was able to land the final blow on the Kraken.
With another like AoE kind of attack.
With her enervation.
Grab that was a thing that just does constant damage as long as she could, which is good.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of just chipping down that Kraken.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a lot of time, just a lot of people just couple effects, couple.
I rolled real high for his health. Like, it was supposed to be like 200, like 205, and you're maxed it.
Oof.
It happens like that sometimes.
So that baby Kraken was just like, bring him at me, bro.
Tough baby Kraken.
So after the Kraken went down, Brother knocked out Morena. So 3 of you were down. It was getting close because you failed.
I had 1 fail, 1 success. Solomon had 1 fail.
And then Morena
hadn't rolled 1 yet.
Mm-hmm. Because it got to the point where he didn't need to. In the turn order.
Yeah. Which is why I was having Soren, like, frantically run, because he's got the lantern to stabilize. Yeah. It was like, because at the time, Soren was already heading towards Chet, and then everyone else started going down. So
see, but at any moment, brother could have popped a spell at any 1-3 of us.
Yeah, and exactly.
Very easily killed us.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was worried about making sure you guys couldn't follow him.
Yeah, which is fair. It worked. We couldn't follow him.
Yeah, so he, as soon as he did, he was like, Boots of Water Walk and Activist Retreat.
So then Soren took the time to bring us all back up. After the Kraken was dead, all of the formerly barnacled people started returning back to normal. The clerics who were hiding in the church all came down.
They had about 30 of those things trying to get to him.
Oh, yeah. I
bet. They start, like, trying to help people. We learned that Boople Snoot, Morena's little pet mousey, did not survive the attack.
Neither did Squidge.
But Squidge is a familiar, so Chet cast Find Familiar, and when he brought Squidge back, he made it a little white mousey like Booble Snoot.
And Squidge was like, what the heck, bro?
Soren and Solomon went back to the lighthouse to go find the mayor.
Right, we were like, hey, clerics, we got your mayor. He's alive if you want him. And they're like, holy crap, here he is. Like,
So when they got back to the lighthouse, you went to check on the mayor, and Solomon went to check on the barnacled people that had been wandering around there to find out that it was a small family. Mm-hmm. So he kind of helped them out.
Kind of glad that we didn't kill him.
Good thing I didn't fight past him.
Back at the ship, Liren and Chet did a little bit of investigating on the ship and kind of learned that it wouldn't really be skyworthy. They could make it seaworthy, but that the crystals had filled with lightning energy.
Because it had been hit so much.
And they weren't... They kind of had an idea what might happen with that, and it might not be a good thing.
It was a perfect storm to put it like that, by the way, because it wasn't in water. Yeah. You landed on directly dry land.
Right.
So it wasn't in water. It couldn't get air because you landed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So the only thing hitting it was lightning.
Yeah.
So it took the only element it could.
Right.
Yeah. Sucked it in. So when Solomon came back and kind of found this out, he decided to use his divine intervention.
You fix my boat, please? So Brandon rolled a D100. Not
First
even
time. It wasn't because I have a D100 and I prefer those because it's much better than rolling 2 die. It's also more like, ooh, what exact number is it going to be? You can do that on a percentile, but it's a lot more math.
We had a 10% chance of it working.
It was we had to get a 10 or lower, and he rolled a 9.
So first time it was cocked. It was in between 3 numbers. I wasn't going to confidently call it one or the other because it was cocked. So I rolled it, and I was like, it rolled to a 78, and then a 1. I was like, oh, roll the other way, 9. So what happened was he holds his mace in the dawn out in front of him. I have to believe that it was just divine intervention in our reality, putting the Dawn Father into his element. He was taken to the throne of the Dawn Father.
Which, when we've talked about Palor in the past, he was a big guy, much as like we're talking about when it comes to like Thor or some of the other gods.
But he was sending himself to the Twilight Domain because that is Solomon's domain.
Right.
So he wasn't as big. He was big. Not that
right. Big. Now, Solomon has become insignificant.
He is He is in the throne room of Palor, in the citadel of Sun. He is in a place that he does not belong. Like he belongs there as a follower, but not like in his physical sense. Does not belong there. And he asked Palor to give him the means or fix the boat so he can continue his journey. Right. It was the wording. I was like, that'll do it. That'll appease him enough.
If he had just said, fix my boat, Palor would have been like, no.
No, I'll give you something else. And Palor was like, all right, I'm going to do this for you. This is the second time I've had to help you recently.
The last 2 days.
So, here's what's going to happen. You are now a fate touched. You are now my chosen emissary. You have no choice in your life anymore. You are mine. When you die, you will be mine. When you're done with your mission, whenever that happens, whenever I deem your mission done, you are mine and you're coming back here. Your soul is forfeit to me. And everyone at the table was like, what? Wait, hold on. That seems really... You sure about that?
And, which is why I love there's that contrast. So that's Paylor, and Thor's like, hey, when you die, you want to come eat dinner?
Zazel's like, hey! There's just a lot of variation.
So much contrast.
Paylor's like, welcome to the army. You about to join some light bringers. Which is good for Solomon's life.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just foreshadowing. The road to that is going to be paved with blood, sweat, tears, and a whole lot of soul searching.
So that's why we've decided to cancel the campaign. We're going to be starting a new one next week. I'm just kidding.
So he leaves the Citadel. He leaves Paylor and opens up to see the boat. I did not describe the boat.
No, you did not.
I did not describe what you all see.
No, you did not. You said to Solomon it was repaired.
Fit for a warrior of Paylor.
Fit for a warrior of Paylor.
That was the description. So I'm picturing sails with suns on it and a new name on it. And
I get to do some more sketch work and, finding some cool art to show you guys. So that is where the session ended. They also said they're going to fix your boat. No, they don't have to.
They don't have to fix our boat.
So they can give me some more
now
javelins.
they can give us a statue, I guess.
They're going to make a statue to the Stormbreakers.
I'm just
Or they
going
can
to
just
ask
give
for
us
some
supplies.
javelins, please.
Supplies.
You're already going to get that. You ever thought
Spells.
You already got 2 spells.
Spells.
The person in charge of...
Enchantment
Have you transcribed those?
No, I haven't. I haven't used them yet.
So,
you don't have them anymore.
Next time when you guys join us, we'll be looking at what the new boat looks like, and you guys will be able to, see the town afterwards. And you don't have to wait anymore, but you can go through the town. I recommend doing so to see what else, if you could do anything.
Yeah.
But that pretty much ends it. Is there any... Now that the story arc's over, there were so many different ways this could have played out.
Yeah, this was one of those things where it's really one of those
I
open
did
world...
it during the short rest we took in the temple. For the spells. I did it during the short rest. In the
You transcribed them?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
This was definitely what...
Because after she died, they were going to disappear.
Okay.
The best way I think I can describe how this could have gone is like a level in Fallout where you could have easily walked in and done a number of things.
Charisma, stealth.
Just murder everyone.
So, you guys...
Took the path.
You guys took the path of most resistance.
Yeah.
We did pretty good for that.
Yeah.
Things considered.
I planned for a few things. You guys to do solo. You guys to join. There was somebody in town who's fine, who you may meet.
Sea Leaf.
No. He's in the capital.
I wish he would come back.
Oh my god, if he was here, he would have been like, "This is my calling."
Baba just strolls up. Oh, Baba!
Yeah, you guys would have won. There would have been nobody wouldn't have gone
He
down.
would have charmed the Kraken.
Mass polymorph into a turtle, and then like, okay, take everyone else out. Everyone get ready. There's also recruiting the clerics. You guys could have gone, maybe not the direct route. You guys could have been like, brother has been, tainted, and then father is dead. You guys need to help us. And they would have been like, let's do this. We'll do what we can. You guys could have had like 5 clerics on your side. Just show up and then personal healers. Would have made the battle.
It wouldn't be so legendary, but if we did that.
You are, I mean.
I know, I'm kidding.
You still did it. So, you guys took the route that was just... Choo-choo on a board.
We went the route of hard knocks.
And now that this chapter is over, may the rest of the story be ridiculously easy.
See, you guys get to go to the capital next. We've been hyping the capital.
See, now when it came to this whole state, I always had a feeling that there was a way that we could at least save the people that had been tainted, like even like the ones that were so covered. There was part of me as a player was like, there's got to be a way that if we cut that connection, at least we can save them. I don't know why you're shaking your head. We did.
You did, technically.
No.
But
there were some that were being eaten by the Kraken.
Well,
I don't think we're going to save them
those
all.
weren't like the ones that... No, I'm talking about the people that were barnacle covered.
Oh.
Like the one, even like the mostly...
So question, what about the ones that were still underwater? Or did they all come up from the water?
there's a whole lot of drowned folks.
That's
whole
what I
lot
figured.
of people drowned.
Oh, yeah, because I guess they'd be unconscious. Like, oh... Pff.
That's what I figured, was that they would have
Yep.
been underwater and
Because this hadn't happened for a while, and it's not just this location, but Miss Therese was the one doing it. So if you killed the Kraken and not Miss Therese, she would have been able to infect more people.
Because she's still that conduit.
They would have been They would have stayed like that, and you would have had to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Or continually go through and hope their bodies don't break as you remove curse. If you killed Mystery and the Kraken got away, then they would have been writhing in pain until he found a new host, and then they would have regained strength. The only way for you guys to save them entirely is to kill both of them, because you've killed the power source for where you are, and then the conduit, and then the transference. So you did that, shattered that. Oh, we also forgot to mention, after you killed the Kraken, what did you guys hear?
Oh, yeah, somebody said something about killing my prodigy, whatever.
The Kraken's daddy, or mommy, or parental unit.
The primordial being is like, how dare you?
We're just making friends all over the place.
That's what they get for eating people. I'm sorry.
Chaos of the sea.
Right, exactly.
They don't care.
Chaos of the land with our airship.
No. It's chaos of the sea, order of the land. That's why they butt heads.
No. Chaos of the land.
Chaos of the land is the lava one.
Yeah, it's just lava.
All right. Anyway, we'll find out what happened to our ship next session, which we will see you guys for tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night.
Yay!
We don't know what we do anymore.
And the new year, our brains are just still spinning.
I'm just here to play D&D and have a good time. I don't care.
You're not wrong.
All right. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Bye.